On behalf of the board and staff, we are excited that you are here to take a sneak peek at what is in store for us this year. Later on, you'll hear what's new, what's the same, and how we designed this year's fair to be one that you will surely remember. Tonight, we're going to begin with the national anthem. We're going to hear what is on tap for this year's fair, have comments from a very special guest, crown our 2025 York State Fair Queen, cut the opening ceremony ribbon. After that, you are welcome to explore the grounds. Many of the rides are open, and a number of our concessionaires will be open with limited menus. Please note that the livestock buildings are not open because our furry, boots, and feathered friends are arriving as we speak. Thank you for joining us this evening, and enjoy this year's fair. And now, to perform the national anthem, please rise and join me in welcoming Brian Tate, our York County Register of Wills and Clerk of our Horses Court.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, and I put the agenda together, and I'm not sure why I decided to go after Brian Tate. Again, let's hear it again. Great job. Thanks, Brian. All right, so my name is Patrick Cole. I have the honor and pleasure of serving as the CEO of the York County Agricultural Society, York Fair, York Expo Center. This is our opening night, preview night, and we're really happy that everyone's here. A couple people I'd like to recognize. We do have some elected officials, so if you could stand and be acknowledged. State Senator Dawn Kiefer. York City Mayor Michael Helfrich. We've got State Representative Quentin Fink. Of course, we have Brian Tate, who's our York County Doug Hope, York County Commissioner. A couple other people I'd like to mention. We've got Zach Newby from the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture, and Ava Inman, who is our 2025 Pennsylvania State Fair Queen. So one of the things I really want to cover tonight is what's new with the fair, right? This is new. Okay, we've done this in the past. Really focused on the fair queen and a little bit of what's happening, right? But we want to invite a lot of friends. So we invited about 1,000 people to come out tonight and join us. We talked with our concessionaires, we talked with our ride operators. They were really happy to help us promote the fair. And again, we're glad you're here to help carry that message. Some of the highlights this year, right? We have promo days. We have promo days 9 out of 10 days. Right, we want to make sure that the fair is accessible to people. We want to make sure that we're not burdening people financially so that they can't come. So 9 out of 10 days we've got promos. We're doing another thing It's a little bit different this year. We're recognizing a veteran of the day. So thanks to Brad Jacobs. I know he's here. Where is he? Brad Jacobs. Give it up for Brad. Brad is a member of our board, a veteran, has also served the county, and we asked him to go out and find 10 veterans that we could recognize. Not only did he find the 10 veterans, I think more than half are World War II veterans. And for us to be able to do that in our county, I think it's pretty amazing. So we're excited about that. Combined with that, as we do our Veteran of the Day celebration every day at 4 o'clock, with the exception of this Sunday, it'll be during the Heroes Parade. We'll also have a live Pledge of Allegiance led by the veteran. Okay. But then we're also going to have a live singing of the national anthem. So Brian, again, I think was the right choice to kick things off, and let everything just sort of set that tone. So we've got a variety of people from the community coming in who are excited to sing the national anthem and be part of what's going on here. So we're happy for that. On the grandstand, right? We know that bringing apps to the grandstand brings more people here. We bring more people here, they spend more money with our concessionaires, they ride more rides, they help us spread the word. So we've got 10 nights of entertainment. So we've got Rascal Flats starting tomorrow night, Summer of Lounge. I'm looking at you, Kevin. It's an all-day rock festival. We got Ryland Green on Sunday. We've got a doo-wop band. Looking at you, Silas, on Monday. We got Foreigner on Tuesday, Good Charlotte on Wednesday, Need to Breathe on Thursday, Alabama on Friday, T-Pain on Saturday, and then the 90s dance party. Look at you, Heather. Right? In that 90s dance party, we've got Vanilla Ice, we've got Rob Bass, CNC Music Factory, Color Me Bad, and All for One. I mean, come on. Right? On the free stage, which is right out here, the Froggy Free Stage, we've got our country acts, the up-and-comers. Many of our up-and-comers end up on the grandstand 3, 4, 5 years from now. We've got somebody coming who already has a #1 hit on the country charts, right? You'll be able to see them for free. So Scott Nola and his crew at Froggy 1077 has done an amazing job of bringing us talent and making sure that we've got that highly entertaining on that stage. Our free acts are always one of those things that people look forward to. So I was going to have Sir Marmalade come up and do a speech today, but he doesn't do that. Right? That was a joke. Guys were supposed to be laughing. There we go. All right. We've got jousting, which will be up by the administration office up along Carlisle Avenue. We've got the wheeled bag, be here. We've got disc dogs. So dogs doing some acrobatics. We've got, of course, everyone's favorite, the racing pigs. And then we have Victoria's Circus. They'll be here as well. 2, actually 3, that I'm really excited about. So the Tunnels to Towers Foundation, which is the 9/11 Foundation, has a mobile museum. Their mobile museum is here. It's out in the parking lot. It's not open until tomorrow. Okay? They're here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's incredible. Right? The people who give the tours give first-hand accounts of 9/11 because they were there. So I think for our community, this is going to be exceptionally impactful, and again, something that we want people to make sure they're checking out. At the same time, we've got America 250 PA. They just launched their new mobile museum as well. That's going to be here Sunday and Monday. So they launched it July 4th in the western part of the state. They're going to be here, so we're pretty early in their routing. Again, we're excited about that. And then I think on Thursday of next week, so 1 week from tonight, mark your calendars, after the concert, we're going to have what I believe will be York County's first ever drone show. So if you've ever seen a drone show, you know it's pretty amazing. They do things with lights and drones that you never knew was possible. But what we've got is about a 15 or 20 minute show. It'll be on the one side of the fairgrounds. Should be visible not only from the fairgrounds but from the broader community as well. So again, we're really excited. Something that's new is we've got a community stage going to be set up there in Kittyland, and this has been sort of a focus of one of our summer interns. So if you love the ideas, They're my ideas. If you don't love them, they're her ideas. We got the rubber chicken toss. We've got the pedal tractor pulls. We've got the redneck relays. Kind takers. We've got the wife and husband calling. We've got the mullet contest. We've got the baby racing. We have bucket of junk, stick horse racing, first responder wing eating contest, a birthday celebration because it's our 260th anniversary. On the 26th, we're going to have our 260th birthday party. We also have the Reds. We'll be there for autographs and an air guitar competition. Doing a little bit different in stats bar, so we've switched the veranda room, the Pennsylvania room. For those of you that are familiar with our buildings, we're putting our stats bar and really upgrading the entertainment in there, so there'll be something happening in there every night. Actually tonight, we're going to have a cocktail party. We'll talk a little bit later about that. Tomorrow night, we've got a live band, Defiant. Saturday, we've got a live band out of nowhere. And we've got line dancing on Sunday. We've got paint night next Tuesday. We've got a Taylor Swift themed kind of thing on Wednesday. We've got an acoustic fella, Ed Allison, on Thursday. Kevin, look at you again. Friday, pro wrestling in the veranda. Then Saturday, a live band, Highway Boys, and then Sunday, wrapping up with tribute. One of the other things that we want to continue to make sure that people are able when they come, because again, we've got 87 acres, we've got a lot going on. We want to make sure that people are able to schedule their time. So we've done a couple things. We've created an app. So if you download the app, it's York State Fair. Wherever you get your apps, download it, check it out. It's got all the information. You can go in there, you can schedule what you want to do. It'll block it out for you, tell you where it is. We've got a map, and so it'll get you close enough to that taco stand that you're looking for, right? And so we're excited about that. We're also going to do information booths. So a lot of people around, if you have questions, you need directions, they're going to tell you, first of all, download the app and it'll help answer some of your questions. But if you don't want to download the app, we'll talk to you, right? We'll have a conversation, we'll explain where things are, we'll give you those directions. So we're excited about that. Two more things that are new and exciting. We partnered this year with the York Revolution. And so back on July 1st was Ag Night at the York Revs, where they wore the co-branded jerseys that were auctioned off for the benefit of our agricultural education fund. We're going to have some of those available for sale in our souvenir shop, which has been significantly upgraded this year. So we have 2 locations, 1-year deal, and we'll have a variety of things. We'll have challenge coins, we've got some pottery, made-to-order shirts, things like that. So it's going to be really nice. So under the grandstand and also up by the entrance off of the infield, you'll be able to find those. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this weekend, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next weekend, we're running what we're calling the Fair Fleet. So there's an area up Horticulture Hall, Old Main, sort of the office up near Gate 1. It's usually kind of empty, right? It's usually that exit, people are leaving, or that entrance when they first come in. We want to hit people, right? We want them to see when they come in what they're getting into. So those weekends, we've got about 30 vendors who will be set up in sort of a flea market kind of style, right? The idea is let's introduce additional vendors to the fair, right? Because we have been able to increase our number of vendors from 225 last year to over 350 this year, right? But the idea is we want to continue to grow. And so we want to bring more people in. We want to give people that opportunity to say, hey, I want to be here, and then maybe next year they become a full-time vendor for up to 10 days. So we're excited about that. So overall, I think we're in for a really awesome fair. The team has done an absolute amazing job. So from the folks that work in the office, the folks that work in maintenance, the folks that work in security, our partners from outside, whether it's West Manchester, York City, West Borough, can we give it up to them, please? All right. So for a special announcement, I'd like to invite Lizzie Bailey up. She's with the Pennsylvania State Range Heritage Trail. We've got a really neat thing that's been hung up out here that she'll talk to you about and explain. So Lizzie.
Put my glasses on. I'm really excited to be here at the York State Fair preview celebrating 260 years for the fair. That's quite an accomplishment. You're older than the Declaration of Independence, which we're celebrating next year. The York State Fair has always been a great partner with the Pennsylvania State Range. We have been here several years promoting ag education, and they have been great partners in discussing ideas and ways that we can further our ag education programs. So in light of what we've been doing here at the York Fair, we had as our token of appreciation from the Pennsylvania State Range Heritage Quilt Trail, we provided a quilt block which is hung in the lobby of the Ag Center out here. The creation of the block represents the patriotic theme, and in the center it has the York State Fair logo. And in creating a partnership, we worked with Advantage Graphics in Chambersburg. Rachel Dimer and Dell Dingle, would you stand up so people can see who you are in the back? They did a fabulous job on providing the logo that was in the center of that. So please take a moment to go look at the quilt block out there. They did a fabulous job. We wanted to create something that really represented York Fair. It was something that they could be proud of. And I think that we've done that with the Advantage Graphics help. I just want to say congratulations on 260. I look forward to spending the whole week, every day here, enjoying the entertainment, the food, and the fun and the excitement of the ground. So thank you.
All right. So just to wrap up what's new. So about a year ago, Sandra Lee called me. She said, hey, I'm working with the fairs and we launched a show on Netflix, and fast forward a year, we have her here. So what I'd like to do is introduce Sandra Lee. She can tell you all about her resume, very impressive resume and things like that. But then with her, in the brief time that I do, I think she'd probably rather talk about the fair and the fair industry. But she's doing a sensational job of helping us elevate the fair industry nationwide. And the thing I'm particularly honored about is she picked us to be the first fair of her nationwide tour. So please join me in welcoming and providing a York Fair welcome, York State Fair welcome to Sandra Lee.
Hello everyone, how are you? Isn't it great outside? I love the fair. I've seen the horticulture building. It's just phenomenal. In fact, I think that's one of the first things that Kennedy asked me. Is that right? What'd you think of it? Pretty fabulous. All those blue ribbons, wonderful. Give me just a second. I'm going to take a sip of water and then we're going to get going. So, some of you may know me from Semi-Homemade on the Food Network. I have 4 shows on the Food Network. And I think more primetime specials than anyone else. But I started my career, no one knows this, going to county and state fairs. My first fair was the Del Mar Fair down in San Diego. And with that fair, I sold my car to pay for my booth space. I was about 22 years old. I stood on my feet for 17 hours every single day for 3 weeks. And I earned enough money to pay off not only all the merchandise, but all of my student loans, as well as buy a new car. And then I entered into the LA County Fair and won the blue ribbon. So of course, when Semi-Homemade hit very hard on the Food Network, I went to them and I said, I want to do a show for entries into state fairs, and we're going to call it Best in Fair, the Blue Ribbon Baking Show. Took me 12 years to get that show on the air, and Netflix finally bought it, so we got to launch it last August, and the ratings outweighted the prime time special on Fox for their season finale in November of The Masked Singer. Pretty damn good. So I'm very, very happy with the fairs, with myself, and to be launching this 18-month tour here with you. Congratulations on your 260th anniversary. So, Patrick and I have been talking for about a year, and in launching this tour, I wanted to do something special. We have the 250th anniversary of our nation next year. But this year is York State Fair year at 260 years. So I'm thrilled and honored to get to be here with you today. I want to, before we begin, thank someone very special. I want to thank the sponsor that brought all of this together for us today and who will be helping us crown the next Miss York Fair. And that is Horizon Farm Credit. They are sponsoring, thank you. They're sponsoring the $1,500 scholarship, the tiaras, which are not cheap. I can tell you, I've never had one, but I know they're not cheap. The sashes and all sorts of other things for us. So thank you so much for your sponsorship and for being a partner. So, let's talk about these beautiful young ladies. Congratulations, girls. You worked a long time, all year to get here. So each of our applicants had to submit their resume along with a 250-word essay on what the York Fair means to my community. Each one of these girls has spent the last year working her way to this stage. Earlier today, each one of these contestants had to do a 10-minute interview and record a 30-second radio spot for the judges, giving a speech on the current issue in agriculture. Those were very impressive. Good job, girls. So I'm going to introduce all three of them to you now. The first one is Kennedy Laird. She's 18 years old. These girls are so poised. They're not nervous at all. I'm more nervous. And I'm Aunt Sandy. So Kennedy is from Red Lion, and she's currently attending Penn State York, majoring in agriculture and extension education. Kennedy has been active in the FFA program and just completed her service as Pennsylvania's FFA State Senator, which means that she was an officer in the FFA, and she took an entire year off from college to serve. That is pretty incredible. She has been an exhibitor in both the Ag Ed Center and the Horticulture Hall. And now, here at the York State Fair, she's competing. So let's give her a round of applause. Jenna Meyer is our second contestant. She's 19. She's from Dallastown and is currently attending Virginia Tech with majoring in the animal and poultry sciences. She has been an active member in 4-H programs as part of the Bee Club, my favorite, the Goat Club, the Rabbit and Small Animal Club, Teen Council, Livestock Judging Team, the Meat Judging Team, and Jenna has been marketing and breeding livestock, a breeding and livestock exhibitor for many years in the York State Fair. Thank you for your service. Congratulations. And then finally is Libby Roulette. Libby is 20 years old. She's from Spring Grove and is currently attending Penn Foster to become a veterinarian technician. She's been an active member in 4-H programs as part of the Teen Council, Thomasville Community Club, the Lambs Club, the Kidding Around Goat Club, Senior Exchange, Blazing Saddle Horse Club, and in her spare time, she's a camp counselor. Libby has been a livestock exhibitor for many years at the York State Fair. And good luck to all of you. Now, please join us. Now, joining us on stage is the 2024 York State Fair Queen. I'm going to say that right. Our fair queen, our current fair queen, is Katie Hauser. I had the pleasure of meeting Katie Hauser earlier today. She's absolutely darling. I call her Katie Bud. But she is our fair queen and represents our fair in the pageant against 59 other contestants. She represented us well, and we want to thank her for her past service and give her a huge round of applause. So, Katie, why don't you come up here and help us celebrate these three women and tell us a little bit about your year.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So as I stand here today, I find it very hard to believe how quickly this incredible journey has come to an end. It feels just like yesterday that I was crowned the 2024 York State Fair Queen. Overwhelmed with emotion, filled with excitement, and truly honored to represent our community. This journey has been nothing short of a true blessing. This past year has been more than just wearing a crown or winning a parade. It's been about the connections made along the way, making a lasting impact on our community, and educating the public about the importance of agriculture. Meeting people from every corner of our county, celebrating and continuing our traditions, and sharing the pride that makes this fair so special has truly been my honor. From spending the days in the livestock arena to enjoying the company and food on the midway, and from early morning events to late night laughs, I have truly cherished every single moment at the York State Fair. Being America's first fair, York State Fair has a long tradition of bringing together many generations of the community who have grown up enjoying the same rides, food, and entertainment for years. As a 2024 York State Fair Queen, I am proud to say that I have helped to carry on that tradition this past year, and I have no doubt in my mind the 2025 York State Fair Queen will continue to do the same. The opportunity to represent the York State Fair at Pennsylvania State Fair Queen Contest this past January gave me the chance to connect with fair queens from 60 other counties of Pennsylvania. The friendships and memories made there will last a lifetime, and I am forever grateful for that incredible weekend competition. Now, all of this wouldn't be possible without the incredible people working behind the scenes. The first, the York State Fair board members and organizers. Thank you for entrusting me with this role and for supporting me every step of the way. You worked tirelessly to make the York State Fair successful year after year, and I am grateful to have just been a small part of that magic. To my family and friends, your love and encouragement have meant everything to me this year and many years before at the fair. All of my memorable experiences at the fair are all thanks to you. From helping me with early morning barn chores to preparing me for my journey as fair queen, your guidance doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you for keeping me grounded and supporting me in everything I choose to do. And to Andrea, this is my favorite part. Thank you for being my #1 hype girl during photo shoots, fair events, and especially at the state competition. Thank you for showing me how wearing a pair of heels with sweat shorts and a t-shirt at 11 p.m. will make me completely memorize the speech by the early morning. I would not have been as confident or felt as bold without you. And to this community, thank you for embracing me, cheering me on, and reminding me why this fair will always feel like home. I will forever hold this title with pride and carry all these memories wherever I go. And to the young girls out there watching tonight, dream big, be kind, and never be afraid to stand tall. You are all queens in your own unique way. So now with a full heart and deep gratitude, I say farewell and thank you for giving me the honor of a lifetime. This is your 2024 York State Fair Queen, handing over the crown to the next deserving fair queen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katie. We appreciate your hard work and dedication. It's been an amazing year. I had an opportunity to attend the state competition. She did an amazing job. I thought she should have won, but I was just a little biased, I guess. But, yeah, amazing job. So while the judges are deliberating, we've got some proclamations. So State Senator Don Kiefer, would you like to come up?
So I have to start by saying, when you started talking, Patrick, I kept hearing this, what I thought was boo, and somebody's over there peppermint. Is there a cow sound over there or something? Because it was like, it was boring. Every time you paused, I heard this boo. So I looked back and I saw the file, and I was like, well, maybe there's some kind of screen or a video or something over there, but I was going through my mind. So as the state senator for this area, and also on behalf of State Senator Kristen Phillips Hill, we are proud to present this to the York Fair. And I'll skip through the whereas, most of the whereas, probably one, and the now therefore. Whereas chartered in 1765, the York State Fair is lauded to be America's first fair. Originally held in the Yorktown Commons, the fair consisted of a 2-day agricultural market. The York County Agricultural Society was established in 1853 to facilitate the expansion of the York State Fair into a 3-day event, relocating the fairgrounds to the area now known as Royal Square. In 1888, the organization purchased the York Fairgrounds, where the event is currently held, allowing the fair to grow with additional attractions, events, and entertainment. Following the construction of the grandstand in 1926, the York State Fair became a 5-day occurrence, and over the next several decades, the facilities received further upgrades, including the building Memorial Hall that we're in today in the 1950s. The fair became a 10-day event spanning 2 full weekends, and in 1997, to provide additional opportunities for the community to showcase York County's agriculture. The York State Fair adopted its current moniker in 2018 when it started being held at the end of July. The fair continues to provide endless entertainment for the residents and visitors of York County. Now therefore, the Senate of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania joins with the York County Agricultural Society in celebrating this momentous occasion and extends warmest wishes for a future replete with ever-increasing success. So congratulations, thank you for all you've done, and thank you to the York County Agricultural Society.
All right, next up, we've got a proclamation from Mayor Helfrich from the City of York.
Thank you, Patrick, and congratulations also on 260 years. For those that know me, I'm a historian, so I've learned a lot about the fair over the years. I'm not going to put you all to sleep and stand between you and exploring the rest of the fair. But I will say that I've been here for over 50 years and part of that 260 years. And I have to echo Katie's comments, our queen here, saying that the fair feels like home. The fair is home. I hope most of you have had the same experiences, where when you come to the fair and you walk down the little roads and it just brings back so many memories. And then you add memories this year that will then be part of this whole collage of your life. So I grew up not far from here, and we got the student discount day on Tuesdays. I remember that very well, and we walked from over at West Shore Junior High. We parked over there. Sorry we didn't give you our parking money. But we walked from over to junior high where I attended West York, and so it is so integrated with the experiences of my life and so many here in York. And I want to say that you, the board, you've done such a great job of adapting, changing, bringing us new things. You know, we can't be exactly like it was in 1765, nor do we want to. We want something that brings new people, brings new experiences. You know, if I was having the same experience I had when I was 5 years old, that would probably have bored me by now. But that's not how the fair is. We get new experiences every year, and I just want to thank the board. Let's hear it again for the board and for Patrick, the executive officer. Just absolutely great job. And again, my proclamation echoes the comments here of our wonderful Senator Kiefer. Thank you. So I will skip most of them, except for this part that I want you to remember, and that's the first line. Whereas in the year 1765, Thomas Penn, you know the name Pennsylvania? Penn. Thomas Penn, the chief proprietor of Pennsylvania, granted a charter to the citizens of York, authorizing them to host America's first fair. I mean, that's something. We are an integral part of the history connecting with Thomas Penn to be the first fair. And that is something I always try to remind people of of York's firsts in America, America's first. And here is yet another one that makes us so special and makes the fair so special. And something we can never lose and must always celebrate and support. So let me just finish off with the therefores. We, the mayor and council of the city of York, Pennsylvania, proudly recognize and congratulate the York County Agricultural Society on the momentous occasion of the 260th anniversary of the York State Fair. We extend our best wishes for a successful 2025 fair. And what? Oh, and sorry, I didn't bring my glasses. In those 50 years of me coming here, I finally realized I need glasses. And for the continuation of this treasured tradition for generations to come. Presented on this 18th day of July, 2025, on behalf of Mayor Michael R. Helfrich and City Council members Teresa Dinescu, Elizabeth Buck, Dr. Felicia A. Dennis, Betsy Buckingham, Vice President, and Aquino Washington, President of the City Council. Thank you again, and have a great time.
We also received a proclamation from the State House of Representatives. I will not read it word for word. No, just kidding. So again, we appreciate that. Also from Seth Rosen and Carol Hill Evans. So again, thanks to them. All right, now it looks like we're ready. We've got an incredibly meaningful and special announcement and award from Zachary Newby with the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture. So Zach, you want to come on up?
Adjustments here. Hello and good evening, York Fair. My name is Zachary Newby, Digital Director for the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture. I'm here on behalf of Ag Secretary Russell Redding to present this year's Friend of the Fair Award. Every year, the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture conveys these awards to outstanding fair volunteers, community groups, and businesses that provide support to the community's fair. Fairs are like small cities that appear to crop up overnight. However, fair boards begin planning the next year's fair the minute they turn off the lights and shut the gate the last day of the fair's closure. Pennsylvania's ag fairs are run by volunteer fair boards with the help of countless volunteers that contribute their time and talents to help make them successful. For over 40 years, Malsha Ann Halden was a constant and beloved presence for this York State Fair, serving as operations administrator for the York County Agricultural Society until her retirement in 2022. Known for her quiet strength and unwavering dedication, Marcia played a key role in in nearly every major transition the fair underwent, from concert negotiations and date changes to pandemic challenges and staff expansion. She never sought recognition, instead viewing the fair as a family effort. Affectionately known as the Butterfly Lady, Marsha was not just a steadfast leader, but also a devoted wife, mother, and lifelong advocate for this fair. So tonight, on behalf of Secretary Redding and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I'm honored to present this year's Friend of the Fair Award to her daughter, Heather Hallman, in honor of Marsha. She'll be truly missed.
So I literally thought I was just coming here to eat corn dogs and french fries. So did not know this was happening. But such an incredible honor. My mother basically lived here for 40 years of her life, every day, never took vacation. And so many of you guys out there are we're her best friends. So this is such a wonderful tribute because she would never want the recognition. She's probably hating this right now in heaven, but it's well deserved. And so thank you so much for this. Thank you.
All right. So Sandra, you're going to come back up to this round of queens.
So first, before we do this, I just want to say Patrick Ball is such an incredible leader. Can we just give him one more round of applause? And last night we decided that we were going to have a new ribbon. It was called Best in White. So we're going to give that to Kelly, Patrick's wife. Best in Optics goes to Jenna and Lena. Thank you girls for everything. And I have to say, I do not envy these three judges their job. So we want to take a moment and thank Justin McCauley, Kyle Lusk, and Della Delam for the difficult decision that they had to make crowning one of these three girls. But I have to say, girls, you are all queens. Remember that. One of you, however, is going to go to Hershey. So let's figure out who that's going to be. It's not vodka. Are we going to do the roll-up first? Congratulations to our 2025 York State Fair Queen runner-up, Jenna Meyer. Congratulations. Now for our 2025 York State Fair Queen. Please give a wonderful round of applause to Kennedy Laird.
right, congratulations, girls. Kennedy, congratulations. For those of you that don't know, Kennedy is actually one of our summer interns this year and has done an amazing job helping to set up this building, which is our Ag Education Center. So we wanted to hold this in here tonight so that everyone knew, number one, the Ag Education Center was here. Nicole and as a team has done an amazing job. And I'm looking at a giant pig over there in the corner right now. So check that out. Check out some birds that have hatched and things. It's really cool stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to end up with our very official ribbon cutting. We've got the ribbon, we've got the giant scissors. The giant scissors don't work. We have small scissors. What we're going to do is we're going to invite all of our queens, as well as Brian, Bella, or Sandra, and we'll do the official cutting. So. All right, so that concludes our formal program. What we want to do is have everyone go explore the fair. At 7 o'clock, we are having a cocktail party with Sandra Lee in the veranda room. $25 per person. It benefits the York County Veterans Outreach Organization. So please come, enjoy one of her signature cocktails, have some time to mingle, and again, enjoy the fair. Tell all your friends, and we look forward to seeing you over the next 10 days. Thanks so much.
I was like, I needed a direction. And I'm like, this is who's going to here.
Nope.